Welcome, Leo, to your Mars in Aries 6-week forecast for the Ascendant, the Sun, or the Moon. From April the 9th through to May the 18th, Mars, the planet of passion and desire, moves through its home sign of Aries, which for you is House 9, very much to do with independence and adventure. I'm going to share your event chart, Leo, from your pure perspective, because all the other planetary players at that exact moment do provide a backdrop energy for the entire period. I'll also go through each of the aspects Mars forges during the 6 weeks. By the end of the video, you'll have a clear idea of what's in store as far as energy, work, relationships, and finance. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundell. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. So on the screen, the event chart, and there's Mars on that vernal point, the very first degree of the overall zodiac. So it's very exciting. Mars hasn't been here for about 2 years, and it's given you a chance to supercharge whatever it is you'd like to do to be more spontaneous. But it is met by the dreamy drifting energies of Neptune, which could have been inspiring your imagination of late. And if there is somewhere you'd like to go to on a vacation or holiday, that combination can give you the thrust, Mars, but also give you the desire to be somewhere that's truly different, whether it is somewhere that's very historical, it's somewhere that's very escapist, somewhere that's really going to feed your senses. It's a great combination in that regard. But if you are wanting to free yourself from something that you've not been enjoying of late, what Neptune can do is create a little bit of disorientation. And the ninth house can be about knowledge. So if you are fact finding, you need to be initially sure you're not rushing to judgment. But if we just recap Mars's journey through Pisces, which began on the 2nd of March, it did, along with Mercury's retrograde in that part of your chart, suggest that not everything has been running smoothly when it comes to long-term finances, business interests, or just squeezing more out of your shared budget. But just at the end of its journey this week, Mars has forged a delightful angle to Uranus. And if you are doing something that's a bit different, Uranus, of course, very much to do with innovation, whether it's around your job applications, a business idea you have, you may start to see the benefits. And what Mars in the ninth house can do is give you the energy and desire to tell people about it. So the ninth house is perfect for marketing if there is something you're really invested in at the present time. The other thing to take out from the event chart is the position of the Sun, like Mars in Aries, but it's in a quarter moon with the moon. Quarter moons happen twice a month. This one provides a backdrop energy for the next week. It's pretty well exact. So over the first week of Mars being in Aries, just be aware of getting involved in compromising your desire for freedom by obligations and responsibilities that other people may want you to comply to. But also, the Sun is in a square with Jupiter. Whatever you're feeling at the present time, but if you are feeling very sensitive, what that square between Jupiter and the Sun across the 12th and the ninth houses is amplify that sensitivity. And that's where that swirling, misty energy of Neptune could be a factor too. So if you're not feeling quite so sure about something, for example, if you're in a relationship, you don't know whether it's the right thing to stick or twist, important just to take your time to appraise what the right thing is to do. But having said that, by the 13th, Mars is in an exact conjunction with that position of Neptune, a great time after you've done your fact finding to book that holiday. But by the 16th of April, Mars moving forwards is forging a beautiful sextile to Pluto. If you are aligned to someone, it doesn't have to be romantically. It may be a friend. Maybe you want to go on a trip together. Maybe it's somewhere really quite exciting and daring, like a long haul trip, a big adventure, or you want to do something more rugged and test yourself out, get in the great outdoors. The link between Mars and Pluto can give you the willpower, but also the desire to forge that partnership in a very constructive way. But by the uh, 19th, we have Mars in a conjunction with Saturn. So the two malefics in traditional astrology, lesser Mars, greater Saturn, are together. If you're talking about a legal matter and someone's not playing fair, your frustration and irritation about that could reach a peak at that time. But that can also harden your determination not to give up. It's one of those aspects that athletes often have. And speaking of athletics, the ninth house can be very much to do with that. So if you are someone who does want to up your activities, do a lot more to get moving, or apply for jobs, perhaps in the travel industry, or involve moving around more, or are to do with the aforementioned marketing, your grit can really show up by that point. Now, just in terms of the other influences at the start of the process, Venus is in a very elevated position in a beautiful link with Jupiter. So, as much as Jupiter's square with the Sun does carry a little bit of a warning to keep a sense of perspective, that link between those two is very strong. And when it comes to your romantic situation, it wouldn't be a complete surprise if someone at work was calling out to you, but maybe not in a very obvious way. So do look out for those non-verbal signals. And that energy between you could be very sweet indeed. But equally, it could be something that you're aligning with someone confidentially in order to boost your career prospects too. Now, Mars is going to move forwards and come into a conjunction with Chiron. If when you were younger, there were people around you who kind of told you that maybe you weren't as academic as they expected, didn't encourage or nurture you, didn't focus on your talents around sport. It may be something that's still holding quite a pulse within your emotions. I think Mars coming on to Chiron is just encouraging you to be very vigorous in pushing back on however anyone else may have created your identity about what makes you unique, free, or in any way knowledgeable. And that can be very helpful too. But at the very start of May, uh, Mars comes into a square with Jupiter. That potential for amplification around sensitivities is certainly raised, but also these two together can give you a belief that nothing is beyond you, that you can overcome any issues and challenges. But one of the big themes, I think, of Mars moving through Aries for you is the concept of freedom. If you're not enjoying any part of your life at the moment, whether it's the daily routine, whether it is a relationship, your job, you get an opportunity now to perhaps reclaim your time and energy on your terms. And just doing, even if it's for a period of time, something fresh and different can be so revitalizing for you. Remember, Mars in Aries is supercharged by the elements of fire, which is what rules your zodiac sign. So, whatever you're passionate about, if you invest your time and energy in that, that's going to be very restorative for you. But if you are feeling closed off, limited, trapped, I think particularly with that Mars Saturn conjunction on the 19th, it's going to be a time where you do need to head to the celestial door marked exit. I'm going to recount those four areas of work, energy, finances, and relationships. But just before I do, if you've yet to watch your April monthly forecast, Leo, that's on screen, your Libra full moon on the screen. You can order your personal horoscope reports. We've reduced the price so you pay for one and get three in total. A tremendous opportunity to gain much greater understanding of your personal astrology. Please see the link below. We're doing this because we realise that a lot of people are feeling the pinch with the cost of living going up, with certainly fuel increasing recently as well. If you'd like to work with me personally, sorry, please see the link below and check out my testimonials. And if you'd like to sign up for your free daily horoscope via to your device each morning for your celestial pit stop, please see that too. So to summarize, As far as your professional situation is concerned, I think there's a lot to like if you're doing something you find stimulating. If you're in a job that really is as dull as the proverbial ditch water, it may be time to really think about a fresh start. When it comes to relationships, if you are collaborating with something where you're really on the same page, whether it's romantic or a friendship, I think that connection can get stronger. When it comes to your energy, I think if you're not enjoying life and it does seem very repetitive, that's going to drain you more than anything. But particularly around the 19th, do take care of your energy at that time. And as far as money's concerned, well, I feel that because Mars is just coming out of your sector of deep desire and Mercury is now about to on this day, the 9th, about to emerge from its post-retrograde shadow, there could be some very good news about a financial situation that you've been waiting to hear on. I certainly hope so. Wishing you all the best, Leo. Take care and goodbye.